Hi ho, it is Sean, the household gamer, with yet another lunch break battle report. Today we have a 50 soulstone bout, Jacob Lynch versus McCabe. The deployment is wedge. The strategy today is public enemies. Our scheme pool is take prisoner, catch and release, leave your mark, research mission, and spread them out. I'm going to reveal what schemes we chose. If you don't want to know and have it be a surprise, look away now. Spoiler alert. There they are. Enjoy. For my crew, I chose Mr. Jacob the Snacob Lynch himself. His best pal, Huggy, Hungering Darkness. Gwyneth Maddox, she is a proxy. One Illuminated. Mr. Tannen, also a proxy. One Beckoner, two gross little depleted, and one 10 Thunder Brother with the trained ninja upgrade. Matt has chosen Mr. Lucas McCabe aboard his horse, his faithful dog Luna, Mr. Sadir Archibald, Monsieur Desper Laro, the Wen Yudo rolling through, one Huckster, one Ruffian, and one 10 Thunder's Brother. We roll for attacker, and McCabe gets to be attacker, so he splits his force into two pieces. First he deploys his 10 Thunder Bro, Desperlaro, Sadir, and his Huckster. Mr. Jacob the Snacob deploys his whole crew. Then Matt deploys McCabe, one Udo, a Ruffian, and Luna. And finally, Jacob Lynch's Thunder Bro gets to be deployed from the shadows. At the start of turn 1, Jacob gets to hand out a couple of brilliance tokens to the opposing crew, so I choose to give them to McCabe, Sadir, and Desperlaro. Turn 1 initiative. 5-3 Jacob. A depleted spends 1 AP to move, and a second AP to move behind a rock. The Ruffian uses his bonus action to chain gang. He gets to move his buddy 3 inches and then follow him up 3 inches, kind of whips him along. Spends 1 AP to move, and since Ruffians have swagger, they get to focus after they move, and spends a second AP to move just a wee little bit. The second depleted uses her bonus action to use Drawn to Brilliance. Discards a Brilliance token from her buddy, the first depleted, and slithers towards him. Then she uses her first AP to move, and her second AP to move. Luna the dog uses 1 AP to make a little scrap token by frantic digging. She digs up a little artifact, a little pottery shard, and then uses her second AP to scrounge for relics. She cheats in the 8, and Luna now has the time-worn blade in between her jaws. She's got a lightsaber. The Beckoner activates. Before she starts, she gets to rig the deck. Gets to draw the top card from her deck and then put a card from her hand on top of her deck. She spends 1 AP to move. She spends her second AP to focus. The Huckster spends 1 AP to move, second AP to focus. Gwyneth gets to rig the deck herself, but she's such a great gambler, she gets to rig it 3, so she draws 3 cards, and then puts 3 cards back on top of her deck. Then she uses her bonus action to hit the jackpot. Only in the notes, it's a little lightning bolt next to the word hit the jackpot, so it looks like she's going to shit the jackpot, which I think is way funnier. What she does is makes the opponent guess a card. Look at the top 3 cards in my deck. If the card that the opponent guessed is in there, the opponent gets to draw a card. And if the card that they guessed is not in there, I get to keep 2 of those cards on top and discard the other one. Matt names 6. There's no 6 in there. Gwyneth gets to draw 2 cards. Gwyneth then spends 1 AP to move. She spends her second AP to move. The Wan Yudo, the big rock and rollin' wheel, spends 1 AP to move, second AP to focus. The Illuminated gets to rig the deck, takes a peek at a card, puts a card back on top, spends his first AP to move, spends his second AP to move. Desperlaro spends 1 AP to move. He is unimpeded. He ignores models too. He can move through just about anything. Spends his second AP to focus. Mr. Tannen gets to rig the deck 2 cards. Spends his first AP moving, second AP focus. Sadir Archibald spends 1 AP to move, and he's a swaggering sumbitch as well, so he gets a focus, and he spends his second AP moving. The 10 Thunder Bro with the upgrade spends 1 AP to move, and his second AP to focus. It's time for Lucas McCabe to go. Uses his first AP to say, "Careful, it's cursed!" and he grabs the lightsaber blade from Luna. Then he spends his bonus action to take this, throws the blade to his own 10 Thunder Bro, spends his second AP to move, spends his third AP shooting his net gun at the Illuminated, passes his terror check by cheating a 12 because he really wants to hit that Illuminated, hits him 19 to 14, moderate 2 damage and blast 1 damage to depleted, and they are both slow and staggered from the net gun. Then it's time for Jake the Snake. Jake rigs the deck 2 cards, spends 1 AP to move, spends his second AP to move, spends his third AP to focus. The 10 Thunder Bro who has been thrown the lightsaber has been paid with trinkets. When you're on McCabe's team and you are thrown an upgrade, aka a trinket, if you haven't activated yet, you get fast. So hey, he's fast. He spends 1 AP moving, spends his second AP charging the depleted with all the tentacles underneath him. 16 to 14 hit, minus 1 flip to damage, weak damage. Then Thunder Bro uses his bonus action that he gets from his super lightsaber to Blade Storm. That is a target number 12 defense duel, and the depleted passes. Uses his third AP, because he's fast, to again hit the depleted. 18 to 11 hit, straight flip for damage, and wah wah, Black Joker. However, he did hit the trigger to give him slow. Big Mr. Hungering Darkness uses 1 AP to move, and uses his second AP to move. So turn 1 is complete. No scoring turn 1, we are on to turn 2. Mr. McCabe throws a stone for some card draw, and still has his pass token that he got in the first turn for initiative. And Jake wins initiative, 7 to 6. Starting off with the Illuminated. The Illuminated rigs the deck for 1 card, regenerates 1, and only gets 1 AP because he is slow from the net gun, so he does it casting a Scintillating Cloud, which is a shockwave attack. That's a target number 13 willpower duel for McCabe, who cheats out. Sadir, on the other hand, takes 2 damage. Then the Illuminated uses his bonus action Brill Shaper to heal himself. He discards a Brilliance token and heals 1. The 10 Thunder Bro with the lightsaber uses his first AP to attack the depleted again. 15 to 7 hit, straight flip, and wah wah, Black Joker. Uses his second AP to attack the depleted. 14 to 18 hit, straight flip, severe. Damage, 4, kills the depleted. The depleted blows up. The lightsaber bro takes 2 damage and gets 1 brilliance. Then he uses the bonus action printed on the lightsaber to throw the lightsaber to the ruffian. He flips an ace, which gives him +1 brilliance. The whole game, whenever anybody on the opposing team flips an ace, Jake the Snake gives him 1 brilliance. He cheats into 7 to make the throw and flings it over to the ruffian. Now the ruffian's going to be fast, I believe. Miss Gwyneth rigs the deck for 3 cards. She uses her first AP to move. Uses her second AP to shoot her pistol at Desper LaRoe. 19 versus 13 hit, straight flip, severe, 4 damage, and she got the Draw Out Secrets trigger. Drop a scheme marker into base contact with the target. Free scheme marker for just a trick shot off of Gwyneth. Then Gwyneth uses her bonus action to shit the jackpot. Mr. McCabe calls a 2. Wrong choice. Gwyneth gets a couple of cards. The po little doggy Luna spends 1 AP to move. Uses her second AP to do a little frantic digging and digs up another scrap marker. The poor, slow, staggered depleted uses a bonus action to get drawn to Brilliance. Discards Desper LaRoe's Brilliance token and slithers towards him to move into base contact. I'm not sure why she didn't take another AP, but I'll look at the tape and we'll see, and I'll include one of my little mistake notes. Mr. McCabe gets to draw a card for being within 1 inch of a scrap or a corpse marker. Uses his bonus action to ride with me, drops a 13 and drags Sadir around the building with him. Uses his first AP to shoot at Hungering Darkness. Just barely makes his terror check, and then a 17 to 17 hit. -2 flip for the damage, flips an ace, so now he has a Brilliance token from Trump card. Does 2 damage, -1, because of incorporeal, but slow and stagger. Ugh, that's gross. McCabe uses his second AP to move. Uses his third AP to shoot the Illuminated. Passes his terror check okay. 16 to 13 hit. Moderate damage, 2 and a blast. Ugh, slow and staggered for the Illuminated. The Hungering Darkness is slow. He's got 1 AP. He discards one of the Brilliance on McCabe to give himself a plus flip to an attack, and then hits him 17 to 9. McCabe cheats to 18. Hungry cheats the for 20 and the Drain Magic trigger. Does moderate damage, 4. Mr. McCabe uses a soul stone to prevent 1 and takes 3 of it, and then discards a card from Drain Magic. Then Huggy uses his bonus action to consume brilliance. Everybody within 6 inches removes a brilliance token, and Hungry gets to heal 1 for every brilliance token removed, and enemy models who lost a token this way have to do a target number 14 willpower duel or become slow. 10 Thunderbro fails it, Slowbro. McCabe cheats a 12 to pass. Desperlaro uses his bonus action to leap, cheats his last card to do it, and places within 6 inches onto a rock. Uses his first AP to lay a scheme on the rock, and then uses his second AP to shoot his grappling hook at the depleted. 17 to 13 hit, -2 flip, weak, 2 damage. The 10 Thunderbro with the upgrade uses 1 AP to move. Second AP to charge Desperlaro. They both burn a focus. 17 versus 13 hit. Desper gets a leap aside trigger, and for damage, wah wah, Black Joker. When Yudo spends 1 AP to move through the 10 Thunderbro and the depleted, they both take a movement 12 duel to avoid burning and taking a damage, and both make it. Whew. Spends a second AP to use his burning wheel on the depleted. 17 to 7 hit, straight flip, and gets the blaze trigger, giving burning 1 to the depleted. The depleted is at 1 wound and burning. I don't think he's going to be around much longer. The Beckoner rigs the deck 1 card. She spends her first AP to move. The Beckoner uses her second AP to lure Lucas McCabe. It goes off 18 to 18, so McCabe moves 7 inches and gains a brilliance from the light inside trigger. Then the Beckoner uses her bonus action, Pleasant Distraction. For the rest of the turn, if anybody tries to take the interact action within 6 inches, she can discard a brilliance token from them to make it fail. Sadir Archibald uses his first AP to shoot at the Illuminated. He has Ruthless, so he's not worried about terror. 7 to 13 miss. Uses his second AP to shoot the Illuminated. Uses a focus this time. 16 to 18 miss. Mr. Tannen rigs the deck 2 cards. Uses his first AP to make Despicable Promises. This is a willpower versus willpower duel to get distracted in 1 brilliance token. Goes off. Uses his second AP to make a Despicable Promise on Desper. 15 to 17 fail. The Huckster spends 1 AP to move. Spends a second AP to move. Mr. Jacob the Snacob rigs the deck 2 cards. Spends his first AP to shoot at McCabe. It is an 18 to 11 hit, and he does moderate damage 3 and slow. McCabe uses a soul stone to prevent 1 of it. Jacob the Snacob uses his second AP to shoot at McCabe again. Hits him, and he's got 2 masks, which means McCabe is going to get 2 brilliance tokens and 3 damage. Moderate. Uses a soul stone to prevent the damage, and Red Joker. No damage for you today. Jake the Snake uses his bonus action to try and cast This Round's on Me. Cheats in a 4 to get it. That's all he needed. Everybody within 6 inches has to make a willpower 14 duel or gain brilliance. And McCabe flips to willpower 16. No problem. Uses his third AP to Succumb to Darkness. That means that target within 6 inches suffers damage equal to the number of brilliance tokens it has. Ooh. 8 versus 9. Cheats to a 9, so it's 9 to 9. Hey, you got no cards in hand, Lucas. 4 damage. McCabe's Soulstone prevents 2, takes 2 damage, and those 2 brilliance, and 2 of the brilliance tokens drop off. The Ruffian is fast because he caught the lightsaber out of thin air. Uses his first AP to move, skirting around the hungering darkness. Uses his bonus action to chain gang the Thunderbro forward, then slingshots himself up. Uses his second AP to drop a scheme marker. Uses his third AP to charge Jake the Snake with a focus strike. It's an 18 to 6 hit with a reposition trigger, +1 flip, moderate 2. Soulstone prevent 3, so none, but he uses the reposition to move closer to Jake. At the end of turn 2, neither of us have enough bounty tokens to achieve a strat. You do not get bounty tokens for insignificant models, which is what the depleted was. Jake the Snake has no scheme to reveal, but Mr. McCabe reveals Leave Your Mark. He has the requisite scheme marker and gets the point. The depleted burns up, blows up, and then his own buddy, bro, and Desperlaro each take 2 damage and get brilliance. Those things blow up. It doesn't matter if it's friend or foe. They take the damage. Turn 3. Initiative 12 to 1 in favor of McCabe. Desperlaro loots some supplies, which means he draws a card for being near a corpse marker. Uses his first AP to scheme. Second AP to shoot at the Thunderbro. That's an 11 to 11 hit. Weak damage 2. At the end of his activation, he's going to loot that corpse. Pick up a corpse marker within 2 inches to add a soul stone to the crew's soulstone pool. That's pretty cool, isn't it? The 10 Thunder Brosif with the Mosif. Spends 1 AP to move. Spends a second AP to charge that Desper Leroux. 14 to 16, miss. And then uses his bonus action to keep the peace. Until the end phase, models within 6 inches that declare a charge have to pass a target number 13 willpower duel or the thing fails, so it's harder to charge. Sadir uses his first AP to shoot at the Illuminated. He is distracted, so he's negative flip. 8 to 9, miss. Uses his second AP to again shoot the Illuminated, no longer distracted, and Red Joker. 20 to 16 hit, moderate damage, 3 in a blast. And then he gets to take the action again against a new target. That's called Quick Reflexes. So Huggy, you're up. 18 to 16 hit, does weak damage, 2 which goes down to 1, but gets the delay trigger, makes Huggy slow. Then he uses his bonus action to Juggernaut. Heals 2, he's up to full health. Ugh, he's hard to perish. Mr. Hungering Darkness uses his first AP to charge the 10 Thunder Bro. Discards the 1 Brilliance token that was on the Bro to give himself a plus flip. 7 to 14. Hungry cheats to an 18 with a critical trigger. Moderate damage, 4 plus 1 for the critical. 5 damage to kill the 10 Thunder Bro, and Hungry gains 2 bounty tokens. Then he uses his bonus action to consume Brilliance. Throws some slow around, and heals up a bit. The Wan Yudo uses his first AP to drop a scheme marker. Uses his second AP to charge the Illuminated. Passes his terror check, no problem. 18 to 17 hit. Moderate damage. Dead Illuminated. That's 2 bounty tokens for the big rolling wheel. Gwyneth rigs the deck 3 cards. She spends her first AP to shoot at the wheel. 19 to 18, weak damage. 2. And 2 Brilliance tokens from Masks. Uses her second AP to shoot the wheel again. 8 to 15, miss. Uses her bonus action to shit the jackpot. Matt calls a 1, and Lucas McCabe once again misses out on the jackpot. Gwyneth gets to draw a couple of cards. The Ruffian spends 1 AP to try and attack Jacob with the lightsaber. Wah wah, Black Joker. Uses his second AP to try again. 16 to 12 hit, and severe damage. That's 3. Jacob uses Soul Stone to prevent 2 and take 1. And then the Ruffian uses his bonus action to throw the sword. Flips an ace, which means he gets a Brilliance token, cheats in a 4, and throws the sword to McCabe. Would give him fast, but McCabe was slow, so he just kind of knocks off his slow. Mr. Tannen rigs the deck for 2 cards. Uses his first AP to move. Uses his second AP to drop a scheme. And then uses his bonus action to make some really boring conversation. With the Bored to Tears trigger. You have to pass a willpower duel to do anything but walk within 6 inches. The Huckster uses her first AP to drop a scheme marker. Uses her second AP to move. The Beckoner rigs 1 card. Uses her first AP to move. Uses her second AP to lure in the Ruffian. Come to me. 17 to 10. And a mask trigger for reposition. She is moving stuff all over the place. McCabe uses 1 AP to move to the corner. Second AP to drop a scheme marker. Third AP to net gun at Lynch. Lynch uses a focus. McCabe uses a Soul Stone. 15 to 18, miss. Jake the Snake rigs the deck for 2 cards. Uses his first AP to shoot at the Ruffian. Uses a Soul Stone for a plus flip. 14 to 9, moderate, 3 damage and slow. Uses his second AP to shoot again. Soul Stone for a plus flip, and 16 to 16. Moderate, 3 damage, and kills the Ruffian. Gains 1 bounty token. Uses his third AP to move. Uses his bonus action to cast This Round's on Me. The wheel manages to pass, but Sadir fails. He gains Brilliance and Stunned. Because I got the mask trigger, he's got 3 Brilliance tokens. So Dazed and Confused. You are stunned, buddy. Luna uses 1 AP to scrounge a relic. Flips an ace, so that's a Brilliance token. Uses the second AP to scrounge and fails. No scrounging for you. At the end of turn 3, both Jake and Lucas score 1 point for strat because they had 2 bounty tokens to get rid of. Jacob reveals catch and release with the Thunder Bro as the catcher and releaser. Gets a point. And Lucas reveals spread them out. Scores 2 to 3, favor of Lucas. Start of turn 4. Jacob Lynch Soul Stone for cards. So does McCabe. Initiative. Lynch cheats an 11 so that his 10 Thunder Bro can go. Uses his first AP to attack Desper. 13 to 18, so he cheats to an 18 with a slow trigger. Does weak, 2 damage. which Desper uses a soul stone to prevent. Just takes one. He's got one left. Urgh. Second AP attacks again. 18-6, no cheating, severe. 4 damage, dead Desper. 2 bounty tokens on that 10 Thunderbro. And then uses his bonus action to keep the peace. You have to cheat to succeed a willpower 13 duel or can't charge. He's got to stay alive until the end of the turn. The one Yudo Wheel spends 1 AP to move through Tannen and the 10 Thunderbro. Movement 12 duels all around. Tannen doesn't make it. Takes a damage in burning. The bro passes. Using his second AP to move through the 10 Thunderbro, Gwyneth and Tannen. All of them pass at the expense of my whole hand. Gwyneth rigs the deck 3. Uses her bonus action to shit the jackpot. Matt names a 1 and hits it for the first time. Gets to draw a card. And I could discard all those. Uses her first AP to be a card shark. Uses a soul stone for a plus flip. And Black Joker. Does card shark again. 13-8. The wheel cheats. But he's got to discard a card and gain a brilliance token for cheating so close to both Gwyneth and Mr. Tannen. Sadir activates. Draws a card for having a corpse token nearby. Now he's stunned, so his bonus actions count towards APs and he can't use triggers. Uses his first AP to move and he's swaggering so he gets a focus. Uses his second AP to make a focus shot at the 10 Thunderbro. 18-18 hit. Oh, weak. Kills the Thunderbro. That's a bounty token for Sadir. And the Thunderbro loses his 2 bounty tokens. I'm not going to get those points. The Beckoner rigs the deck 1. Uses 1 AP to lure. 18-12 gives a brilliance token. Tannen moves wheel 2 inches rather than take 1 damage. Use her second AP to cast Despicable Promises on somebody. 16 versus 7, they gain distracted 1 and 1 brilliance token. And then uses her bonus action to set up a pleasant distraction so she can thwart interactions within 6 inches. McCabe uses his first AP to shoot at Jacob. Uses a soul stone for a plus flip to negate the bite the hand that feeds you, which would give him a minus flip, so he's flipping straight. 16-15 hit. Does weak damage, 2, and gives him slow and staggered. Uses his second AP to drop a scheme marker. Uses a bonus action to ride with me for a free 5-inch move, and then uses his third AP to focus. Hungering Darkness is slow. He uses 1 AP to charge Sadir. 7 versus 12 miss. Uses his bonus action to consume Brilliance. Takes Brilliance off of Tannen and Sadir fails his willpower check. Gets slow. A lot of slow going around. The Huckster uses her first AP to move. Uses her second AP to cast False Claim. She drops 2 scheme markers and then removes 1 at end of turn. Jake the Snake rigs the deck 2 cards. He uses his first AP to shoot at McCabe. 16-18 miss. Uses his second AP to shoot again. 13-17 miss. Uses his bonus action for this round's on me. McCabe is fine with a 14. Sadir fails and gains Brilliance and Stunned. Jake was slow, so that was his last AP. Luna uses her first AP to scrounge for relics and pulls up a phantasmal mask. Uses her second AP to move 6 inches. And then uses her bonus action to take this. Passes the mask to Sadir. Mr. Tannen rigs the deck 2 cards. Uses 1 AP to charge the wheel. The wheel uses focus to defend. 18-10. The wheel cheats to 13, so there's a negative flip, but it's +1 because he got the puncture trigger. So it's a straight flip. 2 damage. 3 left on the wheel. Tannen makes a focused attack. Red Joker. 20-6 on the wheel. The wheel cheats to 18, so the minus flip goes to straight with the puncture. Flips moderate. 3 damage. Oh, the wheel is dead. 2 bounty tokens for Tannen. However, I lost the 10 Thunderbro who's carrying those 2 other bounty tokens, so I've only got 2. I need 3 to score a point at the end of this turn. At the end of the turn, Tannen burns for 1 damage. Neither of us have enough bounty tokens to turn in for the strat. Neither of us reveal any schemes. The score remains 3-2, Lucas. Final turn of the game. Lynch burns a soul stone for cards. McCabe gets a pass token. Initiative, 12-11, Lynch. The Beckoner rigs the deck 1 card. She uses 1 AP to move. She focuses to lure Sadir on her second AP. 16-6. Sadir gains 2 Brilliance tokens for the trigger. Sadir now has how many Brilliance tokens? A lot. He's got a lot of Brilliance tokens. Uses her bonus action for a pleasant distraction. Mr. McCabe draws a card for being next to a corpse marker. He uses his first AP to move. Uses a bonus action to ride with me. He rides 5 inches and brings Sadir along with him towards the Beckoner. McCabe uses his second AP to attack the Beckoner with his bullwhip. He makes a focused attack to nullify the bite the hand ability. 14 to 11 hit with the rear up trigger. He gets a straight flip because of focus. Moderate, 3 damage. The Beckoner takes a target number 13 defense duel because of rear up. Cheats in a 10 to pass. And McCabe gets to move 2 inches after his bullwhip attack, so he nudges out of engagement. And then uses his third AP to drop a scheme marker. Hungering Darkness uses his first AP to charge Luna. 11 to 18 miss. Uses his second AP to attack Luna again. 15 to 15 hit. Wah, wah. Black Joker. But gets the Drain Magic trigger, so Luna has to discard 1. Luna uses her first AP to bite. Misses her terror check. Uses her second AP to bite. Misses her terror check. Oh, it's hard to bite something that scary. Give her a break. Jake the Snake rigs 2 cards on the deck. Uses his first AP to move. Uses his second AP to move. Uses his third AP to lay a scheme marker within 4 of the center point. Sadir is slow. He uses a bonus action on the Phantasmal Mask. He needs a 7 of Rams to end a condition. Doesn't have a stone. Flips a 12 of Crow. Doesn't get to get rid of his slow condition, but he does get shielded 1. Uses his first AP to attack. Throws a Soul Stone for a straight flip. Flips an ace, so he gets a Brilliance token, but cheats in the Red Joker. 20 to 14 hit with a critical trigger. Straight flip, moderate damage, 3 + 1 from their critical. That is a dead Beckoner. That's a bounty point for Sadir. Gwyneth rigs the deck 2 cards. Spends her first AP moving. Second AP to shoot at the Huckster. 17 to 17 hit. Moderate, 3 damage and a Brilliance token. Then uses her bonus action to shit the jackpot. Matt names a 4. McCabe names a 4. Misses as per usual. She draws 2 cards. The Huckster spends 1 AP to move. Second AP pass. Tannen passes. We're through. At the end of the turn, once again, neither of us had enough bounty tokens to turn in for strategy. Jake the Snake gets 1 scheme point for Leave Your Mark. Lucas McCabe gets 1 scheme point for Spread Them Out. And at the end of the game, it is McCabe 4, Jake the Snake 3. 1 point win for McCabe. That was a super fun game. McCabe's net gun is a pain in the butt. Slow and staggered all over the place, but I was handing out my share of slow as well. The biggest lesson in this game was learning how to use Rig the Deck. I think the best way to use it is to put high cards on top of your deck and keep trash cards in your hand. You might be using some of those trash cards for the suits, for little things where you only need 4s and 5s and stuff. You want to get the trigger. But for the most part, I'd rather be flipping high cards than cheating them. And always having a full hand kind of scares your opponent. Jake the Snake is one of my favorite masters. I loved him in 2nd edition. This was my first real game with him, 3rd edition. And it's a little finicky. It's a little fussy. It's a little hard to maneuver, but I think I'll get the hang of it. So expect to see some more games with Jake. As always, please feel free to point out any big glaring mistakes we may have made. I was reading our chicken scratch hieroglyphic notes, so I probably misread a couple of things here and there. There were a couple of things where I didn't know who was the target of what. As always, like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next week. Have fun playing with your toys. Bye now.